What up, everybody? It's your boy Ace Bugatti, Just Beats Ace. It's been a minute. Anyways, I'm making this video. You can tell clearly I'm up early. It's fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, we're like 8:15, but I'm already running late. I got a business meeting. I'm in the process of opening up a sports bar right now. I gotta go meet up with some inspectors and shit like that, man. You know what I mean? But I'm already running late. I'm not a morning guy. I don't wake up till like after 9. Today I had to get up at 6. Sucks. But went and got some coffee, got some donuts. I'm ready to go, man. Anyways, see what I was gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about the music business. I'm gonna talk about why my brother Juan C and I don't. By the way, we went by JUSTBEATZ, you know what I'm saying? Produced records like Not a Stain on Me, Dub Dudes D's, worked with DSR, worked with so many people, not just locally here in Dallas, but like everywhere, you know what I mean? But, anyways, like I was saying, did all that stuff, done a few big records, also did the Wada Boys, that was a pretty big record too. It was all over 97.9 The Beat radio station. Even though all our other songs were also on the radio, like on K104, 97.9 and everything. But I wanted to make this video to kind of school all these up and coming producers or anyone that's rappers, artists, singers, anyone that wants to venture off in the music business, you know what I mean? Or entertainment business for that matter. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty, I made some very good money from it, but I always been lawyered up, man. I always had an entertainment lawyer. Shout out to David A. Small. Shout out to Alex Small too, his son. Got some good bangers right now. You know what I'm saying? But David's always been a good friend of ours, man. You know what I'm saying? Who's always looked out for us in the music business. One thing that I would do if you're gonna start off making music is take care of all your business stuff first. And before you go in there and start making records and music and everything, because keep in mind, you're probably already in the music. You already know how to probably make music. You know how to produce it. You know how to record it. You know how to write music. But I would honestly go get a lawyer. Save up some money to hire a lawyer. You know what I mean? Make sure you get all your business stuff together, just like any other business. I know in the beginning of this video I told you I was opening up a new business, but make sure you get a LLC, a DBA, all that good stuff, man. All that shit I just mentioned right now, you can Google it and it'll tell you exactly what it is. I don't have to sit here and tell you what it is, but it's important. In layman's terms, man, it's just so you can pay your taxes. That's what it really is, what it boils down to. But make sure you do that stuff first, Then after that, a lot of these people always tell you, that you need a huge budget and that you need this and that. And it's like, you kind of do and you kind of don't. Back in the days, like when we started, back in the 2004, 2005 times, when, there was still CDs being pressed and, you still needed to get your shit out there and stuff. Back in those days, there wasn't no internet. I remember the only cool phone that we had, that my brother and I had, was like a T-Mobile Sidekick. You know what I mean? And we had like some slow ass internet. And I think we had like net zero, to be honest with you. Man, it's been a while. But, my brother was always a hell of a fucking, like, he would get his shit out there. You know what I mean? He was always been smart. He's a smart one. I wish I was as smart as he was, but I'm not. But anyways, it was one of those deals where, like, we would basically, you had to pay people to promote back in the days. You would have to get your music on the radio. You had to go to the radio stations and, have them play your music just to get exposure. But shit, nowadays, man, with all the social media, with the internet, and like cool ass like cell phones now, with like fucking smartphones and shit, man, bro, you could just do so much, man. I think it's just a lot easier, you know what I mean? Create a big buzz on the internet. First of all, have some good fucking music. Though you still gotta make good fucking music. Music still gotta be good. If you're producing music, you gotta have some badass production. If you're fucking writing music, you gotta have some pretty badass, catchy shit. You know what I mean? Like P. Diddy said, you gotta have that hook, man. That hook's gotta be a fucking catchy hook, you know? But make sure you have that first. That's very important too. You know what I mean? But like I said, and have all your business stuff together. You know, all your business shit first, man. Because without any of that stuff, man, you're gonna get ripped off. You know, without no ISRC codes, without any of that shit, you're gonna get ripped off. Trust me, we've been ripped off several times. We got ripped off. But all it did was just made you peep game and become smarter and wiser. And like say, you know what, fool me once. You know that whole saying, how that saying goes. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And hey, but you know how it goes, man. Etc. Etc. You know what I mean? But you do that shit, and then you'll be what you call it, protected. You know, but you do all that stuff, man. Once you get your music out there, you upload it, man. You make sure you get a strong following, like on, I'll give you an example, like on YouTube, like on Instagram, like on Facebook and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you do that, that'd be pretty cool. There's a fucking cop right there looking at me all weird and shit, but whatever, it's cool. Alright, but anyways, that cop already passed. But, like I said, you get all that shit set up, and then you go back to the whole, going back to everything, to your business stuff. You get an ISRC code, again, Google that shit. You'll know what it is when you Google it. And it's very, very important. Basically, it puts a number, it encodes a number in your music, so whenever your music plays on the radio or plays like somewhere that they, you know, they'll tell that person like, hey, this is the owner of the ISRC code, and you know, that's how you get paid. I think that's how you get paid. I know that's how I get paid. To this day, I still collect royalty checks, you know what I'm saying, of the stuff that we've done. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the checks had kind of deteriorated a little bit, but then again, our records we had was several years back. You know, this is 2021. We were making records back in 04, and so, you know, they don't play them as much as I would like to on the radio no more, but or used for any type of broadcast, whether it's radio, television, stuff like that, you know. And that's like, I think that's where most of the people get ripped off, is not knowing that shit. You know what I mean? Because I wish I would have, man, I wish I would have came across, you know, stuff like that. You know, back in the days, we would press up CDs. And the things that I disliked about a CD was that, you know, say you pressed 1,000 copies, right? But let's just say, you know, you're gonna sell 1,000 copies, so you're gonna do all your math, and you're gonna say, all right, well, if I sell all of them at $10 or $5 or whatever you're gonna sell your product for, you know, then you figure out, but what happens whenever someone else presses another 1,000 without you even knowing? Now they done gained all that money off you, but you know what I mean? And you just got fucking ripped off, bro. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna get ripped off. Unfortunately, man, that's just how it is. But if you do all the shit properly, do everything right, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't get ripped off, man. And if you do, well, then you got some fucking grimy ass people on your team or around you. You need to like get rid of them people, honestly, man. But anyways, back to what we were saying. You know, I don't